Well, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
So one of my favorite things about football is that it can get otherwise very serious people to say very silly things. Like tush push. You know what tush push is? If it weren't a football thing, I wouldn't even say it from the bima. But a tush push is maybe the quickest football play there is. It's if you need another inch or two or maybe a yard tops, the quarterback gets the football and the whole offensive line pushes him forward as hard as they can. This is how the Eagles won the Super Bowl, by the way, right? It was the tush push. So quickest play in football. Now, on the other side of a tush push is the longest possible play in football, which is a 109-yard return for a touchdown. And this has happened only twice in the history of the NFL. In 2007, when Antonio Cromartie from the San Diego Chargers returned the football first time in history for 109 yards. Happened second time, the Vikings returned the football in 2013 for 109 yards as well. And you see these guys come down the field. You don't need to know about tush pushes or offside. You don't even know anything about football to appreciate just how amazing it is for somebody to run down the field and pushing guys out of the way and jumping over people and people running in behind them, and by the time they bob and weave and get all the way around, by the time they get to the end zone, it's them celebrating, and the field is littered with people who try to knock them down but couldn't. So if I were to
Who just learned more about football than they ever knew before.
That's right. That's right. There you go. And you got a reenactment. Now, if I were to go back in time, not on Shabbat, with my cell phone and show King David 109-yard return, he would say, oh my gosh, look at those. It's 12 to 14 seconds. Look at those 12 seconds. That is a metaphor for the past 50 years of my life. Here's what I mean. King David spent his whole life bobbing and weaving and fighting and struggling. He spent 50 years of his life fighting. It started with Goliath, right? But it didn't stop there. Started with Goliath, fought the Philistines for years, fought the Moabites and the Amorites and the Edomites, all the ites. David fought for 50 years. And finally, when we get to the Haftarah portion this week, the Haftarah portion is a portion from a latter part of the Bible that accompanies thematically a theme from the Torah portion. When we get to the Haftarah, and I'm going to share with you at the end what that connection is.